Hi friends, Mindy here. I have my plan with me for May to share with you today. I am flipping to my title page. I have some sticky notes over there on the left, just covering up some other private information. And you can see I've already kind of inked in all of the bones of all of the pages that I'm going to be creating today because I don't feel like that's very fun to watch. But let me know if that is something that you'd like to see, how I kind of structure my days. But I get asked a lot what I do with my leftover pieces from my By the Well for God kits. And in times when I have a lot left over, like this particular month for some reason, I use them in my bullet journal. I use them to make cards. I use them to use in other journals. I find a way to use them. I do have a little bit left over that I store, but for the most part, I do try to use things up. So I'm starting out with this seagrass stencil. This was a By the Well for God stencil and some Distress Oxide inks. These colors are speckled egg and ice spruce. So I'm just really keeping in with the theme of the By the Well for God kit that all of this artwork came from. And so I'm just keeping that down to the bottom, and then I'm going to keep this page really simple. I'm just going to letter on the May here with a Tombow in black. I can't remember the exact number of that marker, but it's just a Tombow dual brush marker, and I'm just writing it in there, and it's imperfect, and that is okay. You can see I had kind of sketched it in pencil, and then I, for whatever reason, didn't actually follow those lines. And so I'm just going to come in and erase most of those. I do that to myself all the time. I don't know why, but it is what it is. And this is going to be my first page for May. This next page is always my calendar month at a glance, and I always write the name of the month on the side of it as well. That way it just kind of helps me when I'm flipping through my calendar or flipping through my journal to have that over on the left side. I can usually see it pretty quickly, and then I'm just kind of making it look like it's tucked down back behind my calendar there. And that was a Rytec pen. I can't remember the color of that, but it's just a brush tip pen. And so I'm going to be using all of these clear alphas from By the Well. I get these every month, and I always have them, a lot of them left over. And so this month I decided I was just going to go ahead and use them for the titles across the top of my calendar. And I'm going to use each of the different colors that came with that kit because there were 7. So that worked out just perfectly. I won't make you watch me stick down all of these letters across the top of here, but these are stickers that are printed on clear sticker paper. So you can see here, as you get to what is supposed to be Saturday, I put Sunday. I will fix that later, but for now you're just gonna have to look at it wrong. I actually didn't notice it till right at the end, and so thankfully it was a sticker and it was easy to just peel up. So I am also using some of my By the Well for God stamps this month. So I'm using the Nantucket stamps here. This has the numbers on it, and I'm starting this off in Stormy Sky. And what I do whenever I'm doing a calendar like this where I have to stamp all the numbers individually is I always just go through and do like all the 1s and then all the 2s, and then it just is quicker for me. And because these are Distress Oxide inks that I'm stamping with, I want to hit that with a heat tool before I turn the page just to make sure everything's dry. Sometimes those can take a little bit, and I didn't want them smearing any more than I had already smeared a couple of them. So this next page is just my section for my video ideas and my YouTube schedule. And so I have a very simple, these are always just on here. They're very helpful for me, but they're not the most aesthetically appealing pages, but they're just 2 of the pages that are really helpful, especially on busy months, which is how May is going to end up being for me. So I just lettered that in there with a Tombow pen, and I'm going to use these stickers again and put the clear sticker down kind of in the bottom right hand corner of this video ideas, because I know that usually I don't fill up this entire page, so, and I can always write around the sticker if I need to. And then I'm going to add a couple just up here on the title page. This next set of pages, this one on the left is my line a day. And I am going to just come in with a drop shadow here with my Tombow marker, just to give this page a little bit of interest, because it's such a busy page, especially once everything gets filled in, that having a little bit of color just kind of breaks up all of the writing and stuff from this day. And so I just lettered line a day across the top of that. I'm going to come in and just add a little bit of interest with one of the little faux washi stickers right here across the bottom. Because there's 31 days, I had this little open space there, so it worked out perfect for a little strip of that washi. And then I will add some stickers up at the top eventually as well. And then the other side is my Project Bingo page. This is a page that's very helpful to me every month. It's just a way to kind of brainstorm and track like things that I want to do in the month without having a specific time or day that I need to have them done. So sometimes this is a deep cleaning of something. Sometimes it's doing something in my craft room. Sometimes it's, you know, it can be all kinds of things. So it just really depends on the month and what I want to include in there. If I have an organizational project I'm working on, I might include it in there, or destash, or just, you know, like I said, sometimes it's crafty related. Sometimes it's related to my home. It really just depends. So I'm stamping this one in pumice stone. And I was going to put Project Bingo because that's usually how I title this, but I decided to just leave it with Bingo this month. I think that's going to be fine. And you can see on my weekly spread here that I have a couple of different layouts that I'm going to be using for this month. This month is kind of just strange. And then I realized I didn't have that line down across the bottom, so I just pulled out a little ruler and my micron pen with the PN nib. That's actually how I drew in all of the lines for all of the structure of my pages this month. And this bottom section down here is my habit tracker. I think I talked about this last month. I moved my habit tracker to my weekly spread, and I'm finding that very helpful. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I have a few things that I want to make sure that I'm tracking. I'm not going to fill that information out online. I will do that after, but I'm using these little tile alphas just because they were the perfect size to indicate the days of the week for my habit tracker. And then this top section is actually the numbers for my top 3. These are like the 3 top main things that I really feel like I need to get done this week without necessarily having, you know, an idea of which day, which kind of just depend. But they're like, you know, these 3 things have to get done this week. So you can see I'm kind of filling in the numbers, and then I'm using the alpha stickers again from By the Well to indicate the day. And then I'm using these, this is the Nantucket stamps numbers again. And this is one of the week that it actually starts in April and kind of scoots over into May. And so that's why I'm kind of actually filming this video ahead of time, because I need this week so that I can do my planning. So I had to go in and do this whenever the weeks kind of span to, you know, different months. Sometimes I do it different ways. So this will actually be part of my May section because it has a couple of days of April in it. And then I just indicate that. And then I have this little meal plan section. I just try to plan that out for the week. That's just something that's very helpful for me as well. And then that long column that will be on the left, I'm writing intentions there. Those are kind of a brainstorm idea for me. Sometimes it's really helpful for me if I just kind of list all the things that I need to do in that week, and then just kind of brain dump that in there. And then I can move all that information into the days of the week, depending on how my days go. And so now I'm just going to go back in through here, and I'm going to use these little the mini stickers from By the Well, and I'm just going to randomly start putting them in some of these boxes. So you can see I haven't done the days of the week or anything on here yet. I didn't want to make you see me do that. I will do that off camera. But I am just using just random stickers just to try to bring the theme all the way through and to bring the color all the way through, and just however this strikes my fancy. There's no rhyme or reason to this really, and it's just a fun way for me to use up these images. It will decorate my planner. I'm a very utilitarian person kind of when it comes to my planner. I need my planner to work for me, so I need to have space to write. I can't be covering up the whole box with a sticker, and you know, I use my planner, and so I need to make sure that I have room, but at the same time, I want it to be cute. So I'm adding the stickers, and this is just a really quick way to add a lot of interest and to keep a theme kind of consistent all the way through your month, if that is something that you are interested in. You certainly don't have to do it that way, but that's how I like to do it. So this month's theme is very much in this seaside theme that was really the leftover from my By the Well for God kit from April. So going back in through here, and this is kind of how my process works when I get to the decoration page or decorating part, is I just start adding the stickers and all of the decoration first. I always want to make sure that I have the things that I need in my planner first. I want to make sure that I have the room to write. I want to make sure that I have, all of the little sections that I need, my habit trackers and all those kinds of things. And then I go back in and decorate it. So it's kind of like a 3-part series for me. So I'll start out with mapping out all of the pages and the structure, and then I go back in and add some color and the kind of the numbers and the dates and the very specific things there. And then I'll come back through with the things that I want to do, because I don't want to ever like put in some artwork and then have to try to work around it to get everything that I need for my planner, for it to work for me. That is, I've done that in the past, and that's just not how I function best when I'm doing my planner. So still kind of trying to decide where I want to put these stickers. I had this cute little boy that's had a little flag. I'm trying to find a place for him. And again, part of my process with this is I have this sticker sheet and I really want to use up all the stickers on it so that I can get rid of the sticker sheet. So I'm trying to find a home for the stickers that are on that page. And this ended up being my favorite one, I think, with the bingo, because I have the little seagulls kind of sitting on the letters, and I just thought that was really cute. So that page ended up actually being my favorite. But you can kind of see I am dealing with 2 different styles of weekly planners right now, because I'm trying to decide which one I like better. I kind of like both of them, but for different reasons. So I'm going to do my little flip through here. This is the calendar. You can see I've added some of that faux washi in there. Those are some things that we have going on. You can see I fixed the Saturday part. I have just a couple of trips that we're taking and just a bunch of different things. I have a retreat that I'm going to, so I have some of that marked out on my calendar, and I just like the visual aspect of doing it that way. You can see I have, those are the little pigeons I was talking about up at the top. I think that turned out so cute. I don't know why that tickled me so much, but it did. And then I just came back through and added a bunch of stickers. So I have basically a little sticker in every box. You can kind of see the different structures of the weeklies. And then this is the week that I'm going to be at a retreat. So I needed a different plan for this page altogether, because I need to be able to write some lists and have a packing list and all that kind of stuff in there. So this is coming up on the last week. This part will swing into June, so I did include those days in here as well. And then the next page after this will be my June cover page. So I hope that this was helpful. If you have any suggestions for things that you'd like to see when I'm doing my bullet journal, let me know. If you like this video, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, bye.